Next up, with U.S. harvest firmly in the rearview mirror, eyes have shifted to South America. Anthony Speight is a market analyst covering Brazil and Argentina. He joined me to give an update on South American crop conditions, beginning with soybean harvest in Brazil.
So usually the soybean crop in Brazil is planted from September to December and harvested from January through to May. So with the dry weather that we had just before Christmas and over Christmas, it actually delayed field work and planting of soybeans. So obviously crops have gone in late and they're going to be harvested later at the moment. But for example, Troy, if I was going to give you an example of delays in the Mato Grosso region of Brazil, which is one of the most productive soybean regions in Brazil, harvest progression at the moment, as of last week, I believe, is at 1.7%. But this time last year, the Mato Grosso region had actually harvested 15%. So that just shows that a very productive region of Brazil is actually quite far behind. And this will be from late crop development.
Is it a similar story in Argentina too?
Yeah, so soybeans for in Argentina for soybeans, so they're set to produce about 48 million tons of soybean this year. So usually the soybean plant in Argentina planting window is from October to January, and they harvest from about April to June. So again, like I was saying, with the moderate La Nina, we've had soybean crops go into dry ground and hindered development. But if you look at the crop condition last year, 59% of crop was excellent and good, and only 21% this year is excellent to good. And when we look at moisture content as well, that isn't as good as last year too. So we are seeing that the dry weather within South America is having a significant impact on crop conditions at the moment. They don't look as good as they did last year momentarily.
Are you expecting any challenges in getting that crop to market or infrastructure issues?
So as far as infrastructure goes, I know that around this time of the year, especially in Argentina, we've recently had truckers who, this time of year when crops are due to come to market, they all suddenly decide to strike, and people at ports as well, exporting, decide to strike as well. There has been stuff like that, but as delay goes this year, it's to market. I think it's going to be the physical crop which is going to be delayed this year to market, especially in soybeans. But then also, Troy, there are other implications within markets that can help drive them. So stuff like political intervention. You know, we've seen it in Europe with Russia and export tariffs. A couple of weeks ago, the Argentinian government actually advocated they were going to ban maize exports, which they later reverted because farmers kicked off. You know, they grow a significant amount of maize. You know, nearly 50 ton of maize, 70% of that is actually exported, and you get told, oh, actually, you can't export your crop that you just put in the ground. So, yeah, there are apart from physical constraints of like roads and stuff, there's also political things that can really put a the bullish sentiment into a market.
Finally, Anthony, for the past several weeks on the show, we've talked a lot about the rallies that we're seeing in corn and soybeans. So my question to you is, has there been anything like that in South America?
I would say the biggest rally you probably get from domestic farm gate prices in Brazil and Argentina are very currency related to the dollar. So devaluing of currency, devaluing of the Brazilian real, as I said, will inflate domestic prices, which it has, and has caused actually a lot of people to forward sell crops. As far as the pricing of Brazilian maize, like domestic maize, I don't really know the intricate details of that. It will be off a basis of Chicago soybean or Chicago maize, but I don't know if that is a premium or a discount to that, but it will price off that futures.